For India, declaring Tibet as an occupied territory would mean rectifying some historic wrongs. The Shimla Accord of 1914 had declared Tibet as an autonomous region. China went ahead and occupied it. And over the years, from Nehru to Vajpayee, India has recognized China's claim over Tibet. New Delhi even signed a joint declaration with Beijing, which opposed the call for Tibetan independence. Here's a detailed report on India's historical wrongs. Take a look.
Tibet does not belong to China, but China claims ownership. On what basis? History and some historical mistakes. Mistakes that India was very much a part of. Let's go back to the years we have no colored photos of. 1913. Tibet declared independence. But facing the Dalai Lama's government were two big problems: the lack of stability and recognition. So, Tibet reached out to Britain. The Shimla Agreement established the McMahon Line. It also divided Tibet into inner and outer regions. The governments of Great Britain and China, recognizing that Tibet is under the suzerainty of China and recognizing also the autonomy of Outer Tibet, engaged to respect the territorial integrity of the country and to abstain from interference in the administration of Outer Tibet, including the selection and installation of the Dalai Lama, which shall remain in the hands of the Tibetan government at Lhasa. The government of China engages not to convert Tibet into a Chinese province. China did not sign this accord. In 1949, Beijing invaded Tibet. India called the move deplorable and not in the interest of China or peace. New Delhi followed it up with a big blunder. In 1949, the government of Jawaharlal Nehru signed the Panchsheel Treaty in Beijing. Agreement between the Republic of India and the People's Republic of China on trade and intercourse between India and the Tibet region of China. India recognized China's claim over Tibet. The point was hammered in the year 2003. India's former Prime Minister, the late Atal Bihari Vajpayee, was visiting China. He signed a joint declaration along with Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao. The Indian side recognizes that the Tibet Autonomous Region is a part of the territory of the People's Republic of China and reiterates that it does not allow Tibetans to engage in anti-China political activities in India. The Chinese side expresses its appreciation for the Indian position and reiterates that it is firmly opposed to any attempt and action aimed at splitting China and bringing about independence of Tibet. While the two leaders agreed on the fate of a third nation, they could not reach a common ground on the issue of the common border. The two sides exchanged views on the India-China boundary question and expounded their respective positions. They reiterated their readiness to seek a fair, reasonable and mutually acceptable solution through consultations on an equal footing. 17 years on, there is no equal footing. Tibet, meanwhile, is facing the blows of historical wrongdoings. What was the use of the Shimla Accord? Tibet was annexed, China violated the McMahon Line, the India-China border region has become a hotbed of conflict, the LAC is still neither defined nor demarcated. Beijing continues to make use of every opportunity to grab land. The Galwan skirmish is one such example. In Tibet, 1.2 million people have died since the Chinese occupation. If there is one lesson we can draw from the situation, it is this: when it comes to conflicts, the past is never dead. It is in fact not past at all. Bureau Report.